Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm your host, Ernie Johnson, and seated beside me, Kenny the Jet Smith and the Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll be watching the Minnesota Timberwolves playing against the Indiana Pacers. Checking out the Pacers, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight. Pacers had a year they can write off last year, but this year, they'll be expected to go deep in the playoffs once again. Kenny, is that asking too much of this team a year after really missing out and just being decimated by injury?
I mean, having Paul George is a huge difference maker, but I think that's too much to ask this team.
And now, your Indiana Pacers starting lineup. At power forward,
it's the Timberwolves, and they're doing business on the road. It's an interconference NBA matchup. Pacers trying to take advantage of their home court in this one before leaving Indiana.
Ready to go?
And, of course, Monte Ellis. He won't be an option for them.
Well, Kevin, no question it's a risky deal to make because you can sometimes sour your fans when you do that. I mean, trading one of the most popular players on the team is always high risk, no matter what you get in return.
Yeah, but it's a trade that I'm sure a lot of fans will second guess. Clearly a bold move, but as a GM, these are the things that are supposed to happen. You're going to bring scrutiny, and you just have to wait and see how this plays out. You have to focus on the big picture and what's going to be best for your organization moving forward.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So on the floor for Minnesota, Martin and Wiggins out on the perimeter. Garnett out there with Towns, and it's Rubio in at the guard position.
Well, guys, in the NBA, you learn things by doing them in game-time action. And Andrew Wiggins had plenty of time to learn on the job. He was second in the league in minutes played last season, only behind James Harden.
And that one's good.
Assist from Ricky Rubio.
And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, I had a chance to talk with head coach Flip Saunders. This is their first matchup of the season against this squad, and he knows the shot blocking in the middle will certainly be an obstacle. But he said, quote, "We've got to remain aggressive and continue to attack." Guys, he said that putting their bigs in high pick and rolls and shooting the open jumper with confidence will be key. We'll see how they do.
Thanks for getting back to us on that report, Doris. Guys?
You know, they obviously spent the brunt of their time preparing for this game by coming up with ways to attack that vaunted defense.
Attack being the operative word, all in caps. I mean, it has to be an active, assertive approach they use. They can't sit back and be passive.
And here's DeRozan after the three-pointer from Ricky Rubio. 6 to shoot. Drummond the screen. Indiana needs to get a shot off. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Drummond's got his second basket.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Walker against Rubio. They set the pick. And Garnett has it in the corner. It's hauled in by Paul George.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room. I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spots. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the score by Indiana. And it's Wiggins missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
And the dunk by DeRozan.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
And oh, here we go, DeRozan. No.
Quick hands on the the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that was Kia bringing you the close-up on the big-time play. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Walker dishes to DeRozan. The pass to Jokic. Down low, here's Walker. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Now, here's Rubio. His last outing, he had 8 points. On the wing, Wiggins, defended by George.
Defense is not right up on.
You know, that's a case there, Kevin, of him making a pass to a spot, and then he let his teammate run right into it. Well executed.
Rubio against Walker. Rubio outside. Pulls up on the wing. The shot is off. So Indiana will take it the other way. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And most impressive when you do it on the road like that. They just kept coming at him wave after wave, and they really kept the crowd on mute in that.
Now here is George after the miss from Ricky Rubio. Out to DeRozan. They set the pick. Walker in the corner. Drummond sets the screen for Walker. Pass to Jokic. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, I tell you guys, when you look at this Wolves team, I mean, the outlook is really bright. A lot of young talent that's fitting together nicely. Good skill set. I think this group could be one to watch and really good going forward.
So for the Timberwolves last year, Greg kind of traded into the top overall pick, getting the Wiggins deal, which means 2 consecutive years of having #1. They're beginning to put together the ingredients.
I think they have a core to ultimately be formidable when you talk about that Western Conference. And to pick up Zach LaVine in that same draft, that was a nice selection as well. And don't discount what Flip Saunders brings to the table in terms of coaching and teaching these young players.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And it's Rubio penetrating. Misses, and the dry spell continues.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And DeRozan kicks to Walker. Back to DeRozan. From deep. Rebound, Minnesota. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Especially when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. That's a losing combination.
Martin with the block. Rubio with it. Dishes it to Wiggins. Garnett the screen. Martin against George. Martin kicks to Wiggins. From deep three-point range, the Pacers pull it in. Drummond's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And finished off by DeRozan.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And guys, Andre Drummond has made quite an impression in the early stages of his career. Clark, you were just talking about that. Greg, I don't think anyone felt he would have such an impact as fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's already a mountain of a man among boys. I mean, it's hard to believe when you look at this guy out there. He's only 22 years old.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Turner's checked in for Andre Drummond. Stuckey comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Harris subbed in for Walker. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen. Going back to Andre Drummond, some say there aren't any true centers entering the NBA these days. But I look at Andre, I look at DeMarcus Cousins, Joel Embiid, Karl Anthony Towns, and I think to myself, what are these people talking about?
Here's Jokic. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Celtics in Boston. Harris outside. There's the pick. Down low. The feed now to Turner. Goes back up. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And talking about Andre Drummond, I remember when he fell to number 9 on draft day. All sorts of experts were making excuses as to why. But even then, there was this eerie feeling that some teams had made a huge mistake in passing on him. And that feeling turned out to be correct.
And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. JaVale McGee's checked in for Indiana.
JaVale McGee.
Minnesota on D. They trail by 6. Passes it to George. McGee a screen. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Stuckey. Good on the triple. Stuckey's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Miller against Harris. Miller kicks to Zhang. Can't get it to go. So Indiana will take it the other way.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Now here's Turner. George with no one around. And again, it's Indiana converting.
So far, so good for them at the offensive end here in the early going.
Yeah, the great field goal percentage to start, exactly what they were hoping for.
Miller against Harris. Now here is Miller. Defense right on him. From deep. Rebounded by McGee.
Yeah, real nice shot selection there. I guess he's working on his buzzer beater form.
That's a reach, but perhaps that is the case. Or maybe he was trying to knock a bird off of the scoreboard.
Is about right. Because I still can't figure that one out.
No, I see no birds up there.
No.
George with the ball. Now defended by Muhammad. And he gets the bucket. George has got his second bucket of the night.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
A great point. Really an embarrassing performance defensively, and the coaching staff can't be happy. You know, no doubt last year a bit of a loss for Paul George. I mean, had to sit out most of it after that gruesome leg injury in the Team USA scrimmage.
.137 left here in the first quarter. Another miss by Minnesota. Pacers leading by 13. Back to Harris. And stolen by Pekovic. Here's Muhammad. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller.
Outstanding pass in transition there for the easy deuce.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. 1:06 left here in the opening quarter. Harris kicks to Turner. Shot clock at 5. And it's Harris off the drive. And Turner throws it down.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
McGee with the block.
So far on the glass, it hasn't even been close.
Yeah, they're taking it to him. It feels like they've gotten every loose ball. The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
We've got 28 seconds left in the first. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
The Timberwolves have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. George with the ball. And it's Miller picking him up. Here's George. He had 19 points in the win against Boston. He feeds it to Stuckey. McGee sets the pick for Stuckey. Three-pointer. That's good. Stuckey's got 8 points.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Pacers out in front, up by 16. Stay with us as
And now, let's hear it for your East.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And quite a position here for the Pacers to be in. What do you guys think?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Wiggins is out there with Garnett, and it's Towns in at the 5 spot.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And Ricky Rubio, one of the youngest international basketball stars ever. We started hearing about him in the U.S. back when he was 16. And even then, powerful teams in Europe were all vying for his services.
And going back to Rubio, Clark, his natural instincts in every phase of the game, as Greg was just talking about, are really second to none. In 06, he led Spain to a championship, registering 3 triple-doubles and 1 quadruple-double. Wow.
And despite those gaudy numbers, you just never know with an international star if, in fact, his game will translate to the NBA. Rubio's game obviously has.
Now, Wiggins, following the three-point attempt by DeRozan.
You know what? His finishing ability not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Timberwolves trail by 16, and Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And it's Martin penetrating. Drummond knocks it loose. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Now Stuckey. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man.
DeRozan's shot is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate.
DeRozan. In the corner, it's Martin. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range. Trading blows from behind the arc.
Now, here's Walker. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And also defensively, guys, he kept them off balance with 4 steals on the night.
Shot clock at 6. Feeds to Drummond. Excellent D there from Garnett.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And Rubio kicks to Martin. Back to Rubio. Garnett with the screen for Rubio. On the wing, Wiggins. Offensive rebound. Goes up again, and it's sent back by Drummond. But he gets it back. Inside. Second chance shot. That's good. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
Terrific assist that time by Rubio. Well, I tell you what, Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team, but until he becomes a better shooter, I think he's going to short-circuit his potential.
Pacers leading by 14. Now here's Walker. There's the dish to DeRozan. Pass to Jokic. Walker with a clean look. Buries the long-range jumper. Walker's got 5 now.
Great job from behind the arc this quarter. I mean, shooting just under 60% for the game. I mean, that's smoking.
Stolen by Walker. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. Walker leading the charge.
That's his first personal foul.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Indiana.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard. But his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be. And a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
Here's Walker following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Walker the pass to DeRozan. Inside, out to Stuckey. The 3. The shot is off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now, under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Here's Rubio following the score by Indiana. And it's Martin penetrating, takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Martin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Now here's DeRozan. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Boston.
And also, he competed on the backboards. That also had a lot to do with the game.
No one near Drummond as he lets it go. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Timberwolves trail by 16. Rubio dishes to Martin. Here's the screen. He kicks it to Wiggins. Garnett the screen. And it's Rubio penetrating. Comes up empty off the pick.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. I'm sure he appreciated it. A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
I tell you what, that is some grown man strength on that attack.
And Minnesota has possession. The Pacers making the shot. Garnett with a screen on Walker. Kicks to Wiggins. The 3. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got 4 assists now tonight.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
Now here's Walker. He has 6. Stuckey for 3. Minnesota. With the rebound.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Stuckey against Martin. Shoots. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And Walker kicks to DeRozan. There's the pick. To the paint. From deep, Walker. That's good. And it's 6 points for Andre Drummond.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Way too many shots in close.
For the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Now, here is Miller. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. George with the ball. He dishes it to Harris. Launches it. Stuckey with another miss.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And one bright note for the Pacers last season was the play of their bench. Adding Rodney Stuckey was a huge boost for them.
Now here is Miller. Shot clock at 6. Lets it go from the wing. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's George. Drummond with a screen on Miller. George against Miller. Charity stripe shot. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And that's now 6 points here for George. And Stuckey led the charge for the Pacers bench, Greg, as you were talking about. But all around the reserves, Clark, were fantastic on the Pacers.
Yes, third in the league at almost 41 points per game off the bench. First in the NBA in bench rebounding and top 10 in field goal percentage as a bench.
Muhammad, the pass to Miller. Dishes it to Pekovic. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Outside, George. Knocked loose. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Levine. And the layup falls. Pacers leading by 15. Harris dishes to Stuckey. Back to Harris. 5 to shoot. And Drummond kicks to Harris. With his first shot attempt. And he hits the jump shot. Timberwolves trail by 17. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
Here's Levine following the score by Indiana. Jang, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And for Gorgie Jang, an intelligent guy with strong physical attributes, gigantic arm span, but extremely raw skill.
Needs plenty of the intensity along with that work ethic to continue to grow.
And Indiana making a change here. McGee's checked in.
These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range, so I'd have to agree with you, partner.
And it's Miller penetrating, stolen by McGee. And here again, the Pacers in transition. Up the court they go. And that one's good. 14 points for Rodney Stuckey.
And they're not taking their foot off the pedal. They just keep adding to their lead.
Well, it's never a good idea to back off and ease up, and it doesn't look like that thought's even crossed their mind. I love it.
Now, here is Miller. The pass to Pekovic. Tries from 10. And Turner with the block. Here's Dang, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep. He stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end.
And so here is Indiana after the basket by Minnesota. Miller outside. 34 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Pekovic. Pekovic missing again.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
Now here is Harris. After the miss from Nikola Pekovic. 4 on the shot clock. George, that's a two-pointer. The shot no good. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's the Pacers opening up a huge gap. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here alongside Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We'll be taking a look back at the first half of basketball. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He ended up with 17 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. First 2 quarters from him were fun to watch. And Kenny, what'd you think about what we saw from Indiana?
Well, we can't look past the huge contribution their benches provided. They've got this lead mainly because of the injection of energy and offense that they got from their reserves.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And now, let's hear it for yours.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
They've got Paul George. Kemba Walker is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Andre Drummond. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. There's the screen. Drummond with a screen on Rubio. Pass to George. That doesn't go either for George. Timberwolves trail by 18. Wiggins drives in, and he gets the bucket. Wiggins has got 15 points.
Yeah, starting the second half nicely there. Love those easy lay-ins to get things going.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Outside DeRozan. Garnett comes over to help. Walker the pass to Drummond. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 8 points for him.
Boy, just an excellent assist. Nice work from Kemba Walker.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Outside Martin. Buried from 15 feet out.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Walker with it. He has 6. Drummond a screen. Walker dishes to Drummond. All sorts of time. That is good. And the Pacers lead by 18. Timberwolves have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. George against Wiggins. Got a piece of it, but they recover it. There's the bucket. Good. Garnett's got his first points in this one. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. A young team trying to find their place in the league can have it tough on the road, Clark, and the 2015 Timberwolves typified that sentiment.
In spades, 7-34 on the road last season. Dead last in the West as they won only 3 road games against the rest of the conference.
Wiggins passes to Rubio. Garnett the screen. The drive by Rubio. And they double up Garnett. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. Here's Towns. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That one on George. Minnesota shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about
free throw shooting.
And with the Wolves on the road, they shot threes better and had better offense. They would still lose by double digits on average.
Here's Walker. 6 points for him. Now the feed to DeRozan. Garnett comes over to help. In the corner, George with it. Beyond the arc. And it's George again missing.
And you know, guys, for the Wolves on the road last year, it was hard because they are in the West. I mean, we've talked before about how far they have to travel as a team for their road games.
And so it's Indiana with it. 22 is their biggest lead. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And just couldn't make the most of their meetings last year. Ended up splitting the season series.
Yeah, you know, most teams have games where they wish they could get a mulligan or take it back. Well, last year, their one loss in this series was one I know they wanted back.
You know, and Paul George played the first few years of his career in the NBA with 24 on his back. And as you can see, he now goes with 13 after making the switch prior to last year.
Timberwolves trail by 15. Here's Rubio. He's got 5. Martin the screen. And Rubio kicks to Towns. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. And with Paul George going with the number 13 now, as you can see, helps with his nickname, PG-13.
Yeah, that's a good nickname, a nice fit. Young Tracy, as he likes to go by on Twitter, he said himself that it was about embracing his stature and stardom in the league. Nice way to do it.
And Rubio kicks to Towns. The shot misses. Nice D from DeRozan. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Martin dishes to Towns. The 17-footer goes down. Towns has got 8 points.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Inside, Jokic passes to Drummond. Nice open look, but it's no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Martin with the bucket.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Now Walker, 6 points for him. Now here is George. dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Timberwolves trail by 13. And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. To the middle. Here's Towns. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
There's the pick. Walker dishes to DeRozan. Towns comes with a double team. Walker with room to shoot. Rebound Minnesota. Towns has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Rubio the pass to Towns. He feeds it to Wiggins. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Wiggins has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Minnesota. And here's Walker. Pass to DeRozan. Drummond with a screen on Martin. There's the double team with Martin. That's a 2-pointer from Walker, and it's Walker again missing.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Martin goes in, feeds it to Towns, and stolen by Drummond. And a fast break now for the Pacers. Walker's running, and finished off by DeRozan.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Pacers leading by 9. And Walker kicks to George. To the inside. The kick out to Walker. And again, it's Indiana converting. Timberwolves trail by 11. Wiggins outside. From 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's George, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the 2-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And Rubio kicks to Martin. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle on a lot of contact there.
We've seen Kevin Martin getting it done. He's got 13 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc. And in today's NBA, it's all about spacing on offense. It used to be more about finding matchups to exploit. Now it is all about opening up great looks by spreading the floor.
Minnesota making a switch here. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Zhang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Shabazz Muhammad's checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Andre Miller is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Turner with a screen on Miller. Walker dishes to Turner. Stuckey right side. Clock at 6. There's a good screen. On the wing, DeRozan. That one rolling around and rims out. And with great spacing in the NBA, you need great shooting. More than ever, shooting and spacing, Clark, are at a premium in the NBA for teams.
Yeah, well, it starts with point guards being able to break down defenses and get into the lane to create open shots. You want to be able to create space for the point guards to drive, so you need shooters on the wings. Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Here's Pekovic, and Turner with the block, and he's able to get it back. Here's Martin. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor, 7 for 7.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Walker with it. 8 points for him. McGee is screen on Miller. Walker goes in. Here's McGee. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nice pass. He got the ball right into his teammate's shooting pocket. On time and on target.
Timberwolves trail by 11. Here is Miller. to the inside. And Dang gets it to go. Zhang's got his second basket of the night.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Zhang with a screen on DeRozan. The dish to Pekovic. Kevin Martin on the wing. And DeMar DeRozan pulls it down.
Boy, he really bungled that finish.
It's tipped. Muhammad with the steal. Outside Martin. Pass to Pekovic. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot two. And last season, an injury-filled one for Nikola Pekovic. Played only 31 games before he was sidelined. Clark with an Achilles injury.
Yeah, and you know, he wasn't even playing quite up to par before the injury, Kevin. After shooting well over 50% in each of his first 4 seasons, he dropped to under 43% last year.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Levine's checked in. Outside DeRozan. McGee a screen. DeRozan passes to McGee, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Pacers.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
And Gorgie Zhang is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
They're shooting it quite well now. Again, it's a function of shot selection, ball movement. Guys are in rhythm, confident, free-flowing, and they're knocking down their shot.
Wiggins is checked in for Minnesota. Stuckey kicks to Walker. Some nice passing here by Indiana. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Knocked away.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Here's Wiggins, plenty of space. Rodney Stuckey pulls it in.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. There's the pick. Rosen dishes to Turner. And McGee kicks to Stuckey. The shot no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
And we've reached the end of the third. Pacers lead by 6. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Indiana leading by 6. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Anthony Towns and Pekovic are up front. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Ricky Rubio. And it's Muhammad in at the 3. George double teamed. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
He tried to squeeze past the defender but ran out of room.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Now Rubio. He kicks it to Muhammad. 3-pointer. Now here's Towns. Not a lot of room. Over to the wing. Rubio outside. Kicks it to Wiggins. Second shot opportunity. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. Rubio's got his 8th assist in the game. The Pacers shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Now, here's Walker. He dishes it to Harris. To the paint. Jokic passes to Drummond. Just 4 to shoot. And here's Walker outside. And he gets it to go. And the Pacers lead by 7.
He had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Wiggins outside. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. And it's sent back by Drummond. And Walker kicks to George. The pass to Jokic. Dishes to Walker. Drummond with a screen on Wiggins. Walker the pass to Drummond. And Harris wide open. He shoots. And it's off from three-point range. Timberwolves trail by 7. Towns kicks to Muhammad. Pass to Begovic from 11 feet away. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And George with this stuff.
I'll tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here. He shattered the backboard.
Begovic with a screen. The drive by Rubio. And that one's good.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Drummond the screen. Harris dishes to George. Off the pick. Yep, right through the net. George has got 4 points now in the quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Here's Wiggins, kept alive.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Walker against Rubio. Outside, Walker from past the arc. No good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
That's good. 8 points for Shabazz Muhammad. Pacers leading by 7. And here's Walker. The feed to Harris. Outside for George. That 3 off the mark.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight. Yeah, great post position. That's going to be key here in crunch time.
Here's Walker. He feeds it to Harris. There's the pick. Passes to Jokic. On the wing, George. Drains it from beyond the arc. George has got 14 points now in the second half.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
And that one's good. 23 points for Andrew Wiggins.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And Walker kicks to Harris. Back to Walker. George fires. And he overshot that one, missing. Timberwolves trail by 6. Rubio the pass to Wiggins. Rejected by Walker. That's good from Harris on the assist by George.
And they've looked terrific in transition today. That's had a lot to do with their success.
Boy, it certainly has. I mean, they've done a really good job recognizing anytime they've had the numbers advantage, and then they've taken advantage. We've seen it time and time again here.
Rubio left side. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
And really, there is no resistance defensively right now. It is just far too easy.
Walker with it. To the inside. 13 feet away. Again, Indiana. Here is Rubio. Wiggins outside. Begovic with a screen. Rubio. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 5 assists in the game. Pacers leading by 6. Now Walker feeds to Harris. Outside for George. Drummond a screen. George with the ball. Now defended by Wiggins. Unloads. Harris missing again. Timberwolves trail by 6. Muhammad dishes to Rubio. Rebounded by Devin Harris. Harris has got his 3rd rebound tonight. And George with the stop.
Boy, that was a pretty assist by Harris.
Timberwolves have gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. And Rubio kicks to Towns. Wiggins drives in, and it's good. Wiggins has got 25 points in the game.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
To the middle. Here's Drummond, and he dunks it after the pick frees him up.
And check out the bounce.
Bounce to the outs. Clark, how about that?
Yeah.
All right,
You
showing
said
him
it,
off
Kevin.
right there. Good move.
You said it, my man. He's a highlight reel waiting to happen.
And it's Wiggins missing. Pacers leading by 8. Timeout called the Pacers.
Well, it didn't take long for us to see just how explosive Andrew Wiggins can be in the air. I mean, had a handful of huge dunks throughout the course of the season. He's going to make a lot of posters during his NBA career.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
And thanks for that story, Doris. Timberwolves trail by 8. And it's Rubio penetrating. And it's sent back by George.
It just hasn't been a very good day for him, guys. They need him to start burying some of those.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Stolen by George. Inside. Here's DeRozan. Garnett with the block. Now, here's Rubio. Outside, Martin. It's rebounded by Indiana. DeRozan's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Well, Greg, you're right. It's clear to see with Wiggins. He is already fearless with his dunks. Clark, he'll go right at any big man with impunity and finish over him.
Yeah, and I think people knew he was a special dunker, but they didn't know how aggressive he would be in attacking the basket. That's where he surprised them.
Man, this 4th quarter has been tremendous. They have been exceptional from deep.
Yeah, a bunch of their points coming from long range here. A major barrage.
Count it, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Kevin Garnett. Indiana's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the 4th. We've got 1:55 left in the 4th quarter. Walker against Rubio. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Jokic passes to DeRozan. From deep, George, and the shot is good. George has got 28 points for the game.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Outside, George. Outside, Walker. Drummond, a screen. Garnett comes over to help. The dish now to DeRozan. 4 on the clock. Here's Jokic. And that shot misses everything. Air ball on the 3. Timberwolves trail by 12.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Pacers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here, Clark.
I call them warm-up jump shots. I mean, 3 after 3, it paid off for them in the end.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
Sometimes, guys, it's hard during the first meeting of a season to get a feel for a team, but these guys came out and made the necessary adjustments, and I think they've got to feel good about going up 1-0 in the season series against the Timberwolves.
And while it's a and how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Garnett, the screen. Miller dishes to Garnett. That's in, coming off an assist from Miller. So no problem for Indiana as they get the win. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, Clark, made the difference.
Well, you know, at this stage, you've got to defend your home floor, and they did that.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, I'm here with Paul George. And Paul, a strong defensive effort for your team, and it seems like this is a major part of this team's identity.
I mean, we take pride in our defense. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we hang our hats on is, you know, locking down when it counts. And we stayed together and pulled this one out.
Championships rely heavily.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan. He really set the tone for them in the first half, and it seemed to just help carry them forward from that point on. What'd you think, Kenny?
I can't imagine a player having a better night.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.